time showering, and because you guys are using so much water, tomorrow we're going to do, the first thing we do tomorrow is we're going to calculate how much water we use. Each one of us, each day, how much water we use. Because I want to know. Because there's a number that's the average. I want to know whether you're below or above average. And we're going to take how many people are there on the earth. Does anybody know?
No. More than that.
999.
There's almost 7 billion. So we're going to calculate how many people can survive with how much water we have. So we're getting our water from the ground and the surface, and you're using all that water up. Does that water get recycled?
No.
What happens to that water after you use it? Goes into the sewer. You drink sewer water?
No.
So, here's us. What do you see mostly in New Jersey?
Water.
What is this a map of? Water. And what type of water do we have mostly in New Jersey? River water. There's mostly, you see a lot of rivers. If we took all the rivers in New Jersey, we could easily stretch from New Jersey to California. So we have a lot of rivers in New Jersey, and we're going to look at our particular area, with our Hackensack River, and you're coming from Patterson. So we have our Passaic River there, and they meet at the Newark Bay, and then flow into the Atlantic Ocean. You've never drank any water from the Passaic River, right?
No.
Not from the Hackensack River, right? Well, you've drank from where it starts. So we're going to look where water starts and what happens, because after the water gets to you, the water goes out either to a sewer or to a treatment facility, and then it goes back into the groundwater and surface water. And where do we get our water from again? The ground and the reservoirs. So even though you don't realize it, water does get recycled. Water does come from our houses and go right back into our water. And then we drink that again. Well, now think about what you do in that water. That's why we need these facilities, the ones that clean. What we need to do, what we're going to learn about, is how we stop this from happening. Because you don't want water from your house to go right into the drain and then right into your reservoir, do you? Think about all the things you just did with that water. You want that to happen? No. So we're gonna see what we can do. We're gonna see what we can do to help our water, to take out the pollution, and what we can do around our house. Because, like I said, water mixes with waste and pollution, carries gasoline pollution from roads. What else does it carry from roads? What do we do to our roads in the winter? We plow. What else do we do after we plow? What do we put down on the roads? Salt. We put salt on our roads, and a lot of fish get that salt into the rivers, and fish that can't live in salt water end up dying because we put salt in the water, and that's not a good thing. And it moves sediment into the water. We don't like that. We don't like to heat the water up. We actually had tropical fish in the Hackensack River. Nemo-like fish. You all see Nemo, right?
Yes.
Nemo-like fish in our river because we heated the water so much. So that's not a good thing. We don't want that to happen. That's not good for our environment. It kills the fish eventually. So we're going to see how we get that, how we can change it. Because here's a nice map of what we do. Where are you guys on this map?
Right
there.
Well, you're living in houses, right? Or apartments, these apartments, houses. After you use your water, it gets dumped either into the sewer, and the sewer goes into this nice water treatment facility, or it gets dumped into the drain. And the drain, where does it all end up anyway? In the river. No matter what you do with your water, no matter what you do with it, whether you're playing out in your pool, whether you're playing out, I don't have a pool, I have a park. So whether I'm playing out at the fire hydrant, or whether I'm going to the bathroom, or whether I'm cleaning a car, no matter what happens, that water always ends up in the river. So we're going to see what we can do to conserve that fresh, clean drinking water that we have. So recent studies show that runoff pollution is greater than pollution from sewage plants and large factories. So those things you do do out in the street and the things that run off right into the water is worse than the sewage system. So we're going to see what we can do. What are some things you think we could do? How can we save our environment? How can we save our water? How can we save our water? Don't drink bottled water. That's going to save because of the pollution of the bottles. What can we do to save our water?
Don't take a long shower.
Don't take a long shower. That's a good one. Don't run the faucet when you're brushing your teeth. That's a great one because I brush my teeth and the water's still running. That's just water going right down the drain. What else? Don't waste water. But how can we stop wasting? Using less. So we're going to talk about how we use less. Because you're in a building right now. Buildings use up 12% of the water in the world. They ruin our waterways and they take away our drinking water. So what can we do? Here's what we can do. Now some of these are really fun. Some of these aren't so fun. Here's the first one. Use gray water. Anybody ever heard of gray water before?
No.
Gray water. You heard of gray water? We call, another word for gray water is what we call non-potable. What's potable mean? Well, Noah's water is potable. Potable water is any water you can drink. Non-potable water is water that you can't. So our first non-potable water is things like, you ever cook vegetables in water? You boil the vegetables. What do you do with the water after you're done boiling them? Throw it down the drain, right? Why'd you throw that down the drain? Because it's huge. You can't drink it, right? But you can pour it on something like your vegetables outside, your garden. Or you can do some other things with it, like flush toilets. What type of water do you use to flush toilets? Sewer water, dirty water. The water that you use to flush your toilet with is the same water that comes out of your tap. The same water that you shower with. You can't drink the water in the toilet because the toilet's dirty. But the water that goes into the toilet originally is clean drinking water. So you're wasting water every time you flush the toilet. If you can save that water, like the water you shower in, is there anything wrong with the water you shower in? No, nothing other than the fact that you just showered in. That's fine to flush the toilet with, right? My grandmother always had a saying. Ready for this one? You may have heard it before. If it's yellow, anybody know this saying? She always said about the toilet, if it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down. You ever heard that one